What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Ethan, as always, and today we are looking at the Mason Lake Road Race up in Grapeview, Washington. What do we need to know about this race? Well, the course, it's about a 12 and a half mile loop. It's got some rollers, and normally there's quite a bit of wind, but today there wasn't very much. Despite there being rollers, there's not really a set climb, so there's no real position where people generally tend to attack. However, because of the undulations in the course, it generally is a pretty aggressive race. Quite a few moves go. Most tend to get brought back. I think I've seen one move go early that's stuck in a race that I've been in the three times I've done this race. But of course, you have to be represented in those moves just in case. So that segues nicely into what our team plan was, which basically was to have me be a protected sprinter and to make sure we're represented in every move. Pretty standard stuff. We knew, some people wanted to get in a break. There's been people who missed out in previous weeks. And so, we had 6 guys, and we basically said, all right, everyone, make sure that we're in important moves and we're able to basically put ourselves in the best position to get a result of some kind, no matter how the race played out, because there is always that chance that things go different than previous weeks. And that's one of the main advantages of having a team. This was my first race with POA this season, and so it was really nice to be able to sit in the group and know that if a move went, I didn't have to chase it because if I had a teammate that could do well from that group. Unfortunately, however, we're here with about a quarter lap to go, and we had barely missed out on this move of about 5 guys that went with a lap early. So we're kind of chasing, and right now I basically know that this whole group is going to reach the line together. I'm not sure if we're going to reach the breakaway. We kept them in sight for pretty much the whole time, but I'm working on moving my way up to get into a position to contest the sprint. And I'm still pretty new to actually contesting bunch sprints. I know that I have some decent power, but I don't really know about positioning. So in my mind, I'm looking for the people that I know can sprint. So right here in front of me is Paul Boursier, previous national champion. I know he's going to be in a good spot. I was also looking at Keelan on Expeditors, fantastic positional sprinter. And Kent, who is wearing the Wildlife Generation kit, obviously knows a fair bit about racing, and I know that he'll be in a decent position by the end of the race. So while I'm learning here, that's definitely my main focus, is just seeing what the other experienced people do, because I definitely just have a lot of room to learn and grow. I've been asking other sprinters about how they ride throughout the race and what they look for, and it's been really helpful. I think I've made a lot of improvements. And so here we are with a couple Ks left. I've managed to sit in basically the whole race. I'm feeling really good. I've been targeting this race because it is one of my favorites. And so here people are starting to get a little bit desperate because we do see that breakaway still up the road. And we're running out of time to catch them. And obviously people are trying to race for a result, not for 6th place. So you see we got Paul, and then right in front of me on the left is Kent. And in a second here you're going to see people starting to launch the attacks, and this is nice if you're not near the front because you get that fast ride, high cadence. There we go. So we all react pretty strongly to it. It was a little bit weird because it was all pretty much solo people trying to chase these, but I see Kent go, and going through my mind, I've been talking to him earlier. He had an injury this winter. And so I knew when he did this that he wasn't really racing for him. I think he was just doing a workout, seeing if he could bring back the group. And so I was okay being second wheel. Normally, I would not be wanting to do this, in my mind at least, because I would be afraid of him pulling off and just leaving me on the front alone. But I figured it was worth the risk, and I didn't want him to go solo. So I know that I'm dragging a couple people, but I figured it's a free ride and it'll keep me in a pretty good position where I don't have to get worried about getting swamped. So he takes it up here from about 2.5 Ks to go, and he continues going until almost 500 meters to go. And so there we are, we just passed the 1K marker. I'm not 100% sure on the accuracy of these. It felt like a really long last K and also a really long last 200 meters. But this course has a pretty sharp left-hand turn before about 300-ish meters to go. And so that was something I was worried about taking as a group because fast, a lot of people, I'm maybe not as confident as I should be. But here I see Johnny go by with Keelan on his wheel, and there's a gap. I don't know if this is an intentional gap or not. It had been a pretty hard lead-in. But I know Keelan is their guy, so I figured he was a pretty safe wheel to be on. So I decided to hop on. And here we are coming up to that left-hand turn. And right now I am trying to do the calculations in my head because I know Johnny's strong. I don't know if he's going to be able to take us to 200 meters to go. And so I'm worried about getting stuck on the front or, having there be a speed differential where somebody jumps and it's too late for me to respond. But like I said in the threes last year, people jumped too early, so I knew it was too early to go. Ideally, I'm waiting for 150 to go. You can see here we're kind of 200 and people jump. So I'm just trying to get up to speed here in the draft, and luckily this little opening opens up on the right side, so I just full send it, lay on the power. I think I paced it pretty well. I was pretty happy. I had good legs because I had been able to sit in all day. And yeah, we managed to win the bunch sprint for a nice 6th place. And while that's not exactly a podium, what I was really happy about was the fact that there's a little bit of a proof of concept. So our team raced according to a plan, which was awesome. And then also I was able to have the legs to play my role. And I had never been competitive, at least this competitive, in a 1-2 bunch sprint before. So it was a big confidence builder for me. And I'm looking forward to moving forward throughout the rest of the season and continuing to refine and improve upon both our team and personal abilities. But I appreciate y'all taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Thanks again, and take care.